Hey cheeky chappies, so I'm in my makeshift office because I've got a problem with Wi-Fi in my actual office at the minute. So in this video, what I'm going to do is tell you why I have I'm a bit close to the television, why I have chose Samcro as an in-play trade today. What are the reasons, what are the fundamental reasons that made me choose this horse? Well, I'm going to quickly go through it with you. I've got 3 in-play trades on the podcast today, and I am going to go through, hopefully, every single one of them, why I have chose that one. If you do want to subscribe to the waiting list for the software, I will be telling you exactly when the next opening is as well. Make sure you sign up to the link below. There's a link in the show notes, in the YouTube channel, in the Twitter feed, wherever you're watching this. Okay, so what I did first of all is I started playing around with the software because I just like to get a feel of the day's racing. So I just have a little play. I always go to search comments for some reason. I love it. Night before, just start having a look. So I've gone to the jumps well. I've gone down to the last 3 runs. So look at horses who have had jumped well in the comments in running. And the last 3 races, 25% and over time. So basically 1 and over. So I was just scrolling down here, scrolling down, as you do. And I came to Samcro. And obviously, I know Samcro. We traded it last time out. This was a figure that interests me here. It's only dobbed 2 out of the last 5. And I was like, only dobbed 2 out of the last 5. Why? Samcro. And then, silly really, because obviously the reason is because it starts such short odds that it's very, very hard to dob. Like for example here, 1.5, how is it dob? It can't dob because a dob is doubling your money, so it needs to be above even money to actually dob, and so therefore it can never dob. So that's why, if you look here, 2.4 down to 1.33. Now that is a big market move. It's a big market move, especially at them odds. It takes an unbelievable amount of money in a grade 1 to go from 2.4 down to 1.33. And then here, 1.5. Again, it was a grade 2. It was a good race. Oh God, the kids are upstairs getting a bath. It's 1.21, so 1.5 down to 1.21, a 19% reduction here. 1.95 in a massive race that punches down grade 1, 1.95 down to 1.44. And obviously here in the Betfair at Cheltenham Festival, 1.81 only went as high as 2 to 1.01. Went down as low as 1.01. Here, 1.71. Leopardstown, again, grade 1. Didn't trade higher. Only went as high as 1.73. Again here, 1.36. Didn't go higher again, 1.37. So we can go on and on and on. So I'm thinking, okay, right, let's have a close look at this horse. I know this horse travels well. I know it travels well. But last time out is the time that really, really interests me. Last time out, let's have a quick look. It raced against Bouve or Dare. Bouve or Dare, the dual champion hurdle winner. And it traded as low as 1.33, which is very, very impressive. I'd say, well, let's just...
Champion hurdle racing in second.
So here we go. So we can see Bouve or Dare in second place, Samcro in first place. It just travels well. It travels beautifully well through the race, jumps well most occasions as well. Bouve or Dare, don't forget, actually won this race impressively by 8 lengths, and Samcro still traded, beautiful jump, still traded at 1.33. That is a massive market move, especially when Bouve or Dare, the second favourite, actually won the race impressive, hard held almost, and won by 8 lengths. So as we can see here, it won't have traded at that price yet because Bouve or Dare is not on the offer bridle. In fact, I believe Bouve or Dare at this point was the favourite in play. Let's just see if we can make it go a bit faster. Look, still hard on the snaffle, whatever you call it. As you can see, I love watching horse replays. It's beautiful. I think this is the point now it went down to 1.33. Or was it? So you can see here, Bouve or Dare is travelling all over Samcro. It was back there when it traded at 1.33. So you can see even now, it's well beaten. By far and away, Bouve or Dare is by far and away better on this occasion. But Samcro just travels through the race superior. It was travelling for me, well, for the market as well. It travels superior than Bouveau at a certain point. Now that's all we're bothered about. We're only interested at a certain point. We don't care if it's as long as it's when the race is really hotting up in terms of in-play money. Then that's when we're interested. So as you can see, just on the home turn, then Samcro was travelling better than Bouveau, and the market tells you it was as well. And even though Bouveau ended up winning the race, let's not forget, I think Samcro's a plodder. A slowish horse, a plodder, but it's got such a high cruising speed and doesn't really find too much off the bridle. So that was the first thing that I started looking at today. And then when you start having a look at the competition, Melon, so I've gone on to the pace section, and the only reason I've gone on to pace section is because I could have gone on to the races section. So gone down to Leopardstown, 2:30 race, and we can see here, Melon only dobbed 40% of the time. So I start having a look at Melon, what's happened. Last time out, held up 4, only down to 3.45, was never really travelling. Here, this was a really good effort. This was at Cheltenham. If this horse would have won, I'd have won another 20 grand that day. Again, it didn't dob, but this was a race that really interested me. Never, ever really looked like it was travelling through the race. At any point, didn't look for me as though it was going to win. So as soon as you start seeing that, you're thinking, okay, held up. Do we expect Samcro to be somewhere in the front rank? We expect Samcro to travel well, to also jump well as well. And so you start looking down and you start thinking, well, actually, there isn't many horses that actually have a good dob percentage. And I've already talked about Samcro only got a 40% dob ratio, but that's because of the low price it starts. 2.98 Betting Nation, 2.98 today. We don't need it to decrease in price very much to get our 30 to 50% profit. Now, there's other, 7 minutes. There is other races as well where we can go through the not Champion Hurdle. We can go through Cheltenham where it didn't come off the bridle against really, really good horses. This horse will travel very well in this race and will trade much shorter. So that is my thought process for this Samcro, for the first in-play trade of the day. 2:30 Leopardstown, and we're going Samcro. It's a 30 to 50% trade here. So very, very simple. And let's see how we do. Okay, enjoy. Thank you very much, Betting Nation. Don't forget, if you do want to sign up for the waiting list, the link is in the show notes. Bye-bye.